The newly appointed Principal Secretary for East African Community EAC, Abdi Dubat, has today assumed office from his predecessor, Dr. Kevit Desai. In a ceremony held at the ministry headquarters in Nairobi, Dubat promised to spearhead the ministry agenda to enhance cooperation amongst the EAC member states.
As EAC State Department in Kenya, we want to be at the forefront in the community to ensure that we achieve those milestones which are required for integration, so that we progress very significantly.
Among the key achievements Desai enumerated as having been achieved under his tenure include the onboarding of the Democratic Republic of Congo DRC to be part of the EAC aimed at creating free trade area, which has seen the EAC membership rise to 7.
Indeed, as has been mentioned, tremendous impact has been made within the context of our involvement, not only in very stressful and difficult times, as has been mentioned with respect to COVID-19, and how we acted, how we worked together as a team to achieve success and to ensure that the lifeline within the context of transport and logistics continued, and it was able to fulfill the requirements not only for our country, but for the entire region and possibly the continent.
On his part, Dubat promised to work closely with all members at the ministry in actualizing set goals and what his predecessor had already started.
Anything that was previously achieved or plans that were previously working will be retained. Ours is just to ensure that we continue to make them more efficient, we try to make them more impactful, and we try and move a bit faster to ensure that business across the East African partner states thrives, and it's beneficial for Kenya as that's the interest that we serve.
Desai added that the key transformations have served as incentives to attract local and foreign investments. He noted that the Department of Northern Corridor has been moved from the Regional Development to EAC.
Immigration has doubled to 7 million people within the context of the East African community. Today we're hoping that the youth also take up the opportunity by expanding their livelihoods into the East African community, a 5.5 million square kilometer landmass, and potential opportunities that would exist within the context of their lives.
The move will act as a catalyst to bolster efforts towards coordinating the EAC activities. Desai urged his successor to consider the key pending roles, among them conducting proper induction to the newly elected 9 East African Legislative Assembly EALA members team to spearhead country's agenda at the chambers as they plan to pick from where their colleagues left, safeguard the interest of Kenya in the region and the schedule of activities for EAC.
One of the challenges indeed we have there is that much of the produce and the artifacts that the MSME sector produces to sell within these markets, almost half is returned, and it's primarily because of the finishing and the standardization of these products and projects. And so indeed I would have wished to create special economic zones in order to build the capacity of these traders who have tremendous energy and have that ability to create products for the entire region.
He also implored upon him to push for adoption of readable identity card on the border so as to ensure the free movement across the region. Dubat said he will onboard the government and stakeholders to counter the growing concerns of Kenya's losing in the balance of trade to the partner states, especially Tanzania. Stanley Lugaria, The Informer, uncovering the truth.